Good morning, everyone, and we welcome you to today's webinar on the Pocketshop for Sage 200. Now, today, obviously, I'm sure all of you know who I am, Laura Delaney, the Sales Account Manager here at Envisage, and today we have the lovely Lindsay Turner, who is our Sage Channel Manager at Afix, and Eleanor Walsh, who is the Head of Sales in Afix. So our agenda today is going to be talking about Afix, the demand for the mobile apps, who uses the Pocketshop. They're going to show you a demo of the Pocketshop, go through the benefits, some customer stories, and then lastly, the Q&A. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to the lovely ladies in Afix to go through the next couple of slides with you.
Hi, thanks very much for the introduction. As I was introduced, I'm Eleanor. I'm from Afix over in the UK, and I've got Lindsay with me, who's over in our Irish office. If you want to say hello, Lindsay.
Hi, everyone. As Eleanor says, I'm Lindsay.
So we're just going to do a few slides to sort of introduce us for those of you that don't know who we are. And then we'll actually get into the app that we're all here to talk about today. So at Afix, really our mission at work is to help Sage 200 users to sell smarter. And when we talk about selling smarter, what we're really trying to do here is take advantage of all the investment and the time that you have spent in your, getting your Sage 200 system to where you need it to be, and then using Afix to go digital. So we want to help you reduce order processing costs, grow your online revenues. All of that is achieved by really all of the work that you have done in your Sage 200 system. So if you can go to the next slide.
Yeah.
So again, briefly, we're headquartered in Ireland, where Lindsay is. I'm over in the UK office. We've got, I think, 42 in our team now. We've been going for seven years now. What we have is a true cloud SaaS-based platform for Sage. So it means that everybody's on exactly the same code base. Nobody's left behind. And you really don't need to worry about anything like upgrades or anything like that, because as a SaaS product, you automatically get all the new features and functionalities deployed down to your platform. And also, because we're a Sage partner, we also make sure we're forward compatible with any new versions of Sage 200 as well. So you're never going to get yourself locked in that situation where your Sage 200 system's wanting one thing and your e-commerce or your app is wanting another thing, and you're having to go back and revisit that all the time. We're specifically designed our solution for Sage 200, so it's fast to deploy. It's really configurable, so we're not a coding house. We don't want to write loads of bespoke code for you. What we're going to show you today is a product that you can get out of the box, feature rich, that you can then use to drive your business forward digitally. So thank you. How it really works here is always explained by our Lego bricks. So the basis of everything here that we're going to talk about is Sage 200. So this is your absolute master. This is where, all those time hours spent sorting out pricing and stock and customers and accounts and all of that stuff. That's all going to continue to be managed within Sage as your master. But we can connect into there and we can get that information. So we're not going to replicate it in another platform, just be able to go to Sage and say, what is the price, or what is the stock, or what is their order history, and they'll be able to tell us. In Afix itself, as the digital platform, this is a place where you can add more digital assets in for your online experience. So that could be PDF brochures or videos, more images, all that kind of rich content that you need for the digital space that potentially isn't in Sage. And we can do product groupings and things like that within there, maybe some promotions on top of all the customer specific pricing from Sage. And then when we get, the kind of fundamental of Sage and the adding on from Afix, then we've got three real pillars of products that you can use on the platform. We have the e-commerce, which can be B2B or B2C or both. We have e-procurement tools around things like order punch out and digital catalogs. And then today, one of the things we're going to focus on is the mobile apps. And as Lindsay's going to take you through, this is probably the fastest growing of all our products in the last year or so, as we've completely changed the way that we all work and do business. And the benefit and ease of using an app has really come to the forefront. But we have an app for field salespeople, or that also can be configured for van sales. And then we have the branded customer phone app, which is the one that we want to talk to you about today. So there's a lot within the platform. Nobody ever takes everything, certainly not at once. But I hope you can see here, once you sort of start to get the fundamentals of everything being in Sage and just enhanced with Afix to go online or use an app, then it should make a lot more sense. So I'll pass over to Lindsay to explain why we do it.
Yeah, thanks, Eleanor. Yeah, so as Eleanor says, we have a full platform with different suites of products, but today is about focusing on customer apps and a branded customer app. So what is actually the demand out there for mobile apps? So there was a study done just post-COVID on B2B, in the B2B space. So this is a B2B app, and really looking at what the demand is out there and the trends as well. I need to move all your faces because you're covering half my slide. So one of the first trends that they saw is that shoppers, and I think I definitely am more likely to use an app on my phone. So shoppers return 2 times faster to a mobile app within 30 days than they do to a mobile website. So an app, it's already downloaded onto your phone. It's very easy to access it. You're branding on a customer's phone. You're not having to go into Google and look up the company name and have an online connection. And they're predicting, again, this survey was done in 2020, that 70% of all B2B queries will be via mobile. And anyone who has e-commerce or a website is able to see the trends there. We talk to our customers all the time, and they can see the trend that more and more people, even if it's on their website, they're using it from a mobile phone. There's been a 30% increase in customer preference for placing orders on their mobile device. I actually think that's quite timid of a stat. I think I do most of my ordering on my mobile phone, but again, we'll look at the different types of people who use mobile apps and why in the next couple of slides. But certainly that increase, I mean, we all know that in their daily lives. And then there's a 2 times increased likelihood of companies that provide a great digital experience being chosen as a primary supplier. So it's really simple. If you're the company with the app that's really easy to access, your brand, your logo on their phone, this isn't an Afix app, this is your brand on your customer's phone, you're the quickest way for them to order. You're the easiest supplier for them to access. So your chances of being chosen as the primary supplier is really, really good there. And then B2B companies have seen a 250% increase in mobile app ordering in the past 12 months, according to studies. So we have the advantage of being in this space. We're talking to our customers that have e-commerce. They have e-commerce and apps, or just apps, or just e-commerce. So that's the trends that we're seeing. So we can really put our stamp of approval on these stats as well, that's the trends. And it's only trending more and more towards mobile phones. We're all very busy. And if you pop onto the next slide, Laura, I think that's going to bring us through, just basically who uses Pocketshop. So there's different types of customers that you have. So this may not be for all your customers. Some customers may prefer to deal with a rep or over the phone, but increasingly so, as we see from those stats, more and more types. We're all more on the move. We're less and less in the office 9 to 5. Even in those more traditional roles where you might have been in the office, that is changing. People want to access information when it suits them, not when you're open for business. So you need to be open for business 24/7. So you have different types of people there who use the app, but it's not limited to these. So you might have sole traders, that typical man in the van type situation where they're maybe on site at a job and they need to research the right part for something. They need to order something really quickly to have for this job for the next month. They need to collect the next morning, collect a part, and they really need that quick ordering on the go. And the next type of person that we have, and we have a couple of customer stories coming up that kind of is more around this type of customer, where they're in a store. So it's a retailer and they have stock on a shelf or stock in a stock room. One of the lovely features of Pocketshop is the barcode scanning, which you'll see on the demo. But being able to literally pull your mobile phone out of your phone and scan a barcode straight from the shelf or straight in the stock room to replenish that stock. So it's really, really quick ordering. You can, you're not even having to type, you just scan barcodes, although you can type as well, don't worry. So ordering straight from the shelf. And then just generally any business that's on the go, which really I think is all of us now. I work in an office, but I'm not always at my desk 9 to 5. I work with, companies in other countries. I need to be flexible, and I need my employer to be flexible, and I need the tools that I use to be flexible. So we're all, on the go 20, different times a day. And it's really about being able to service your customers 24/7, 365, and for them to be able to access information about you online and offline. So you'll see the app has offline capability as well. And just really that on the go experience is key in this current age. If you pop me on to the next one, brilliant. So there's 3 main benefits and functions of Pocketshop. So it's really going to help boost the digital orders and sales in your business. And it does that through the integration with Sage. So we're getting all that real-time customer-specific pricing straight from Sage. You're going to give your customers access to their full product catalog. So it's the equivalent of them carrying a printed catalog around in their back pocket, although it's always up to date. So you don't need to reprint it constantly. And that omni-channel ordering experience. So this isn't to replace anything, it's to add another tool into the box. So whether you have reps out in the road, you have a website, you have ordering over the phone, it's given, people want to be able to choose how they order and when they order and how they order. So it's giving them another tool. So it's really just adding to the experience and boosting that, giving that omni-channel experience. And it's really, really simple. You'll see from the demo how quick and easy it is to order. So yes, we do e-commerce ourselves, and other people have e-commerce stores. You can access most of them from a mobile, although not always the best. They're not always that optimized, but even when they are, the best experience, the research shows, I think anyone who orders anything on a phone that uses apps can really, testify that the app is much simpler. So it's much easier ordering. You're going to then really improve your customers' experience. So this is the best mobile experience, as we said. You're going to give them access potentially to barcode scanning if that's something that you do, or you don't have to do that to have the app. It's something you can do over time. It's not, the key feature. My account functionality, so giving them access to invoices, order history, giving them the ability to repeat order very simply. If you're a retailer, for example, that would be something you'd do quite a lot. Or most people in the B2B space deal with a lot of repeat ordering. And it's ultra fast. So between the barcode scanning and the really simple functionality of the app, it's much faster ordering than it would be from a mobile website. And then you have that offline capability. So it's obviously usable online, but even if you're offline in airplane mode, that app is still downloaded to your phone. Your customer still has access to your full product catalog there. So they have that capability as well. And then really enhance the communication with your customer. So it's a branded app. It's your logo on their phone, next to Amazon, next to Facebook, next to all those apps that they do use every single day. We're all guilty of constantly being on our phones. So how about being in front of your customer, having your logo there all the time? You can put up some communications, blogs, news, information. So it's another way to get in front of them. Emails can be a bit, we're all being overrun with emails, I think, nowadays. And then push notifications. So you can see from the little GIF there, this is a roadmap feature. So Eleanor explained, this is a SaaS, software as a service product. It's ever evolving. Like any app on your phone, you're always downloading new updates and versions, although most phones do it for you automatically now. So one of the features for the roadmap next year is these push notifications. So that's a really great way to be able to contact your customers, whether that's with updates on their order or special offers. There's no end to how you can use that, and it's another tool to get in front of them. Perfect. Can you pop us on to the next slide, Laura? Brilliant. Great. So we're going to have a look at the demo now, and in true Blue Peter style, even we have recorded one earlier just for ease of sharing the mobile phone screen. So I'm hopefully going to very elegantly switch screens here and share the video. If you bear with me 1 second. If there's any issues on sound or anything, guys, I'm just about to press play. Just let me know in the chat if you can. Should be fine. Mhm. Sorry, guys, I'm just been told there's no sound there. 1 second. We did do this yesterday, so I can do
Sorry,
it.
there's Lindsay, there's a button down the bottom left when you go to share the screen, and then just to make sure the sound is switched on.
Perfect. Will I stop sharing, then reshare?
Yeah, please.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jenna. Perfect. I think I should be good now.
Here's a quick overview of the Aphex Pocketshop app. The app is a B2B branded customer app available in both the Apple and Android stores for your customers to download to their mobile device. And once logged in, the app allows your customers to access fast, easy ordering on the go. Let's take a look at our demo app. The home view of the app gives you the ability to display multiple banners, featured products and popular categories, as well as some content such as your latest news. Customers can find products and start ordering in lots of ways. Firstly, the smart search can be used to find products by product code, keyword, or a brand name. Customers can start adding products straight into the cart from the search results using the plus and minus buttons. The product card displays lots of info such as the product code and name alongside customer-specific pricing and real-time stock information straight from the ERP system. To find out more about a product, simply select the product to view multiple images and product information, and then add the product to the cart from here. Customers can then browse the product categories and subcategories to search for products too. From these search results, they can again add products straight into the cart. And products can also be added to favourites using the heart icon at any point throughout the app. Similar products can also be grouped together to be displayed as one product with options such as a colour or a size. Products can have lots of additional information displayed such as technical specifications, videos and PDF downloads. For quick and easy repeat ordering and ultra fast ordering, the barcode icon on the top right of the app opens the phone camera. This allows your customers to simply scan barcodes straight from their phone and add products straight into the cart. Let's do it again just for fun. One of the quickest ways then to facilitate repeat ordering is using the recent products feature from the app menu. This gives a list of the most recently ordered products straight from the ERP system. Customers can simply start adding these products to the cart, or again, they can select the product to access more information. Back in the app menu, customers have access to order history. Order history gives the customers a list of all their recent orders straight from their account in the ERP. They can select and view these orders and repeat the order using the reorder button, which prompts them to add them to the existing order or replace the cart completely. Back in the menu again, customers have access to their invoices, as well as their account information, such as credit limit and balance. Let's take a quick look at the cart. The cart layout makes it really simple to view and edit the order before checking out. On checkout, contact and address information can be synced from the ERP or added as required. The app can be configured for both delivery and collection where applicable, and information such as PO references and any order notes that customers may want to add into the order can be added here too. There is the option to check out with a credit card payment or on credit. And once the order is placed, it goes straight to the customer account in your ERP system, ready for processing. Simple, fast B2B ordering on the go.
Perfect. I'll say thank you to myself, but I won't. I'm just going to stop sharing, Laura, and let you reshare the slides.
Yeah, no problem.
Fantastic. Well, I'll say well done to you, Lindsay.
Thanks. Not easy
These
to listen to your
technical
own
things
voice.
in the middle of a webinar are never fun.
I didn't falter. That was good.
Yeah, so hopefully that demo has added some kind of context to the things that we've been talking about, and hopefully you should be able to see how you could use that in your business. Really the kind of key takeaways that we want to highlight to you here is this is a sales tool, and next year is going to be a challenging year for everybody, no matter what their industry, because the world's going to get a little bit tougher economically. So this is a tool that we would hope will help you increase your sales. It will help you increase the customer kind of stickiness piece. You're giving them tools to make it much easier to stay with you. You're giving them tools to make it convenient and easy to get that information that they need from you. And, as that research was saying, if you have an app, you actually the average order value is likely to go up just because it's, again, much easier for the customers to order with you, and you've got the chance to put promotions and things like that in front of them as well, which actually is a little harder to do on an e-commerce site sometimes. So this ability to increase sales really shouldn't be ignored, and it really can be done without adding any more people to the team either. This is a tool that's available out of the box, as we've said, for designed for Sage 200. So yeah, one of the key points here, we're talking about speed. The longest part of any project to deploy this is actually the Apple App Store approval process. I think the Android one, Google Play, is slightly quicker. But that's the longest piece of this project, and you'd be live in a matter of sort of 6 to 8 weeks rather than months of a bespoke project. All the orders will go directly from the app straight into Sage, so you're not having to double entry data. There's no manual processes. The order can get dispatched as soon as it's available. So again, you're keeping that really slick customer service element, which is going to be another key point to retaining customers next year, well, all years really, but particularly next year. Also, then the whole sort of brand and marketing piece is really, really important here. It's that visibility every time they go on their phone. And how many times do we check our phones every day? We don't think we want to know the answer. Your logo is there. It's really, really important that they keep hearing from you and they keep getting that consistency of branding from you as well. And the app enables you to do that as well. So there's lots of real benefits to this. Primarily, yes, it is a sales tool, and we'll always, position, and that is its use case. But there's other sort of softer things which can really help improve your customer relationships by offering your customers a tool like this to be able to order. So yeah, that's probably the sum total of that from us. If you've anything to add on that, Lindsay.
No, I think you cover all the bases there. Yeah, just really hitting home that there's nothing for you to do. The order is there; it's ready to go. I don't think we hammered that home enough, maybe on the previous slides. You could be walking into the business the next morning and there's some orders waiting for you, and instead of the customer waiting for you to place that order or sending you an email and someone has to then sit and manually input that order into Sage, it's there ready to dispatch when you're ready. So it's
that's
if
true,
there's
actually.
Yeah,
we have quite a few customers, don't we, in the kind of like hospitality space.
Yes.
Or supplying to hospitality, but anyway, their customers may be in the hospitality space, and so these orders always tend to come through at the end of the night or early hours of the following for another replenishment. They're able to offer them something to do that on their phone rather than getting a laptop out is really powerful.
Yeah, and obviously they can send an email, or I've talked to some people who do voice messages and WhatsApps and everything, but that order isn't placed. That order is just sitting waiting for someone to check it when they come in. They mightn't check it straight away, but if it's placed, it's already inputted into Sage. The customer is much more confident they're going to get their order on time. They may need that maybe next day, maybe that day that they need it, depending on your processes. But, you know, having that, they're going to be much more confident in you. Or again, maybe there's someone else who has that ability for them to place that order directly. They're maybe going to choose those. So we go back to that being chosen as the primary supplier. We saw from the stats, if you have this mobile app, you are more likely to be their chosen primary supplier rather than someone else. So you don't want to be beaten to it either. You want to be getting in there first. Brilliant. Yeah. So I'm just going to talk you through a couple of customer stories. These are, I suppose, to customers who are really taking advantage of all those benefits we spoke about with the app. They're just some quotes from them there. But looking at TrustBet, the type of they are a pet food supplies company. So they're selling into pet stores, they're retailers, they're very busy. They're not, you know, sitting at a desk being able to put an order together. They want to be able to order on the go. So they're using a few of our products, but I remember speaking to Andrew myself and when he was looking at the app, and he really just wanted to help the customer. They're so busy. They're trying to order at the end of the day or go back online later on that day and place an order. They don't have time to pick up the phone and ring them during the day. They're dealing with customers. So with the app, as they see stock that's needed to be replenished, they're able to, you know, build a cart throughout the day and add the order in and scan. They have barcode scanning as well, so they can really quickly scan barcodes straight from the shelf or in the stock room and then at the end of the day push that order through. So they're kind of doing it in little pockets of time throughout the day as they have it, rather than it being this big chunk of work they need to do at the end of the day or the end of the week. And it means they're getting orders in much faster and getting them delivered. Same with pharmacy supplies. They're supplying into pharmacies, so very similar setup. They're retailers and they're really busy. So they do both have our e-commerce product, and then they bought this as a second product. Now you can have either or both, but it was another tool for them. It wasn't to replace. They also one of them also has our sales rep tool as well for their sales teams on the road. So it's not a case of you know, having one way for your customers to order. It's really that omni-channel thing. So they're able to offer lots of different ways to order. There might be a big pharmacy group and they're great to sit and go on the web store and order sitting at an office, but the small pharmacy who's, you know, very busy and is running their own business, the app is more suitable for them. So it's basically giving them more tools, more ways for your customer to order, how and when it suits them really, all the time, and keeping your business open 24/7. That's key as well. And all those orders are going directly into the ERP system, into Sage, ready for you to service the customer straight away. So it's saving them time, it's giving them a great customer service, but it's saving you a lot of manual processing, and it's helping you really get in front of your customer faster, and being that primary supplier, I think, is a good takeaway from this one. Brilliant. Hand it back over to you, Laura. For some
Perfect. It wasn't working there. So yeah, thanks.
I keep thinking I'm doing the slides and keep going to press them.
We do actually have a few questions.
Right.
So the first one is, do I need to have an e-commerce store with Afix or anyone else to have an app?
Do you want to take that one, Ella?
Yeah. No, you absolutely don't have to do that at all. So you can have a current website, e-commerce site with whoever you want. You can not have any e-commerce site at all. This can be deployed to you as a standalone product in its own right. I think if you have no e-commerce at all, it might take you a little longer in terms of the project to make sure you have that kind of content that you would have seen on the app around the product information and images. That might take a little longer for you to get together. But in terms of us, no, you can absolutely do it standalone. And there are some people that actually favour going app first rather than e-commerce. So there's lots around that. So no, if you whatever you've got, it matters or it doesn't matter kind of thing. You can just go with this as a standalone product.
Yeah, we've definitely seen a switch of them. We used to be people doing this as a kind of afterthought, a second project, but now we have a lot of customers coming in and doing it as their very first project. They don't really feel they need e-commerce. It depends on the space you're in, I suppose.
Yeah.
Most will need both in time, but the app, some people, is just all they need.
Perfect. And then the next question is, how quickly can I get up and running with the app?
I'll jump on that one. I think you mentioned there typically 6 to 8 weeks. We can actually build it quite quickly. As I say, we're not coding this for the first time, and we're configuring it. We're adding your branding. It's a standard layout. It's those kind of bits of getting it up in the App Store. It can take a couple of weeks, just back and forth with approvals from Apple and Google. And then you have just the content piece. So it depends, I suppose. If you were an existing AFIX customer or you had another e-commerce store, you're probably going to be a bit quicker because you have all your images and you have all your product descriptions. But again, you don't have to launch with all your products. You could start with a small set of products and launch those. Probably the 20% of products that are ordered 80% of the time. Those products, get them up and start getting value from it as quickly as possible, and then add to it over time. So it depends on your approach, but 6 to 8 weeks is typical.
Perfect. And then I heard you mention Apple. So is it available for Apple or Android?
Both. So you can have Apple or Android, yes. So both the app stores. It's a mobile only. It's for mobile devices only, mobile phones. Just to make that clear, it's not a tablet app. So mobile phones, both Apple or Android.
Perfect. Jenna, is there anything else there, or are they the only questions for now?
Let me just double check. They seem to be the only questions we have for the moment, unless anybody wants to unmute and ask a question right now.
No pressure. Put them on the spot.
I just had a thought when we were talking about fast deployment and things like that. We had a customer who, prior to coming to talk to us, went to talk to an agency about developing an app for them, integrated to their ERP system. And they were kind of quoted in excess of £50,000 and at least 6 months lead time to get something bespoke. So that is not to say that isn't a very good thing to do, but it's a much different proposition if you're looking for something quite quickly and quite fast, and that's SaaS based and designed for Sage. We're nowhere near £50,000.
No, and I've spoke to some customers who've tried the bespoke approach. A lot of times those apps never actually get finished. You know what I mean? That's 50. That's a real estimate. You know what I mean? That project is going to grow legs, and because they've not done it before, they're not familiar with Sage. They're not in that space. They're doing this for the first time. So, and it's worth mentioning as well that our product has a fixed cost. There's no unknowns. It has a set fixed upfront fee and a fixed annual subscription or monthly subscription, however you prefer. And there's no surprises, no hidden agendas, nothing. It's just
what we want to hear.
Ready to go, out of the box, quick to deploy, and quick value to. Quick return on investment.
Excellent. Well, look, this is the end. But look, if anybody does want to have a one-on-one session with AFIX, then obviously please do get in touch. You can either contact us via support, email, via our telephone, or the sales, and I'll be happy to organise that. I just want to say thank you very much to everyone who has joined us today. I know time is very precious within a working day. Thank you very much to the ladies at AFIX, and thank you to my colleagues Jenna and Sinead for organising this webinar. It's been very insightful. So thanks a lot. And look, hopefully I hear from all of you. But thank you very much again. And
thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks a lot, ladies, and
take care.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.